Good morning. Good Tuesday morning to you. A little bit rainy here in Middle Tennessee this morning. So, man, springtime is all around us. Everybody's excited. Even the dog behind me is excited. Now, she's not too excited. I think she's going to lay down and take a nap. But no, the last few weeks, I've been taking a word and trying to focus on it for the week. I think it's important if we can, when we think about something or putting our attention to something, that we can really zero in on it and do that for several days. It can have a greater impact on what we're doing. So I'm trying to take a word or a phrase for the week and implement that. Last week was effectiveness. And it really, I mean, when I did that over and over, day after day, and really zeroed in on thinking and focusing on effectiveness, it really made a difference in my week. I could really see a difference in my day-to-day stuff when I actually kept that in the forefront of my mind. So I'm going to go throughout the year this year, and each week work on a different phrase, different word, and at the end of it, really find out which ones I connect with the most, which are the most powerful, which are making the most impact in my life, and really make those a daily focal point. Implement it in a kind of a systematic way into my life, that it's so it can produce a greater result. So this week, what I'm really zeroed in on is focus. Last night in my weekly coaching session, we talked a lot about athletes and understanding, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday on here, is understanding what separates us from whatever we're trying to achieve. If we don't understand what separates us, what physically separates us from what we're trying to achieve, then what we're focused on a lot of times doesn't necessarily work the way we need it to, isn't effective. The word from last week, isn't effective, or isn't as effective as it could be. And a lot of times when we're looking to do something that we want to do in life, a lot of times we look to others that have done exactly that, and we get zeroed in on what they did to achieve whatever it is we're trying to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of times that becomes a great resource. But the thing we don't take into consideration a lot of times is what separated them from their goal that they were trying to achieve, even though it may be the same thing you're trying to achieve. What separated them from achieving it and what's separating you from achieving what you're, even if it's the same goal, can be totally different. And I think if we don't initially go, hey, here's the deal, we got to identify what separates us from that, point A to point B. And if we can't, if we don't do that initially, and we're just trying something that somebody else has tried, then a lot of times we can, be putting a lot of work and effort in and not seeing the effect that we need to see, because it's not addressing the separation that we actually is personal to us. So something to think about, when in terms of focus this week, I'm going to focus on what is really separating me from what I'm trying to do. Because, and then once I identify that, then I can lean on people that have done it before and go, okay, this is what's really separating me. What did they do in that case? What did they do in that particular area? And then, man, you have a lot more traction at your hands at that point. So hopefully this helps somebody that's trying to achieve something today. I think it's something that, again, there's a lot of things that we don't think about in terms of perspective. And I think the more that, we think about this, these little sessions every morning cause me to think about what I need to think about. And they're helping me out as much as they're helping anybody else out. So, man, if you are jumping on here, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. But you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will see you soon.